All right. Now, so if the Dutch police carry teddy bears, what exactly would you think the Nigerian police should carry?
What do they carry teddy bears for?
They carry the teddy bears so if they see a scared child, they'll calm the scared child with a teddy bear.
Do they always carry? Because
they say they carry it on the job. Hey, that's what it says.
Maybe not always. So if there's a distress call about a child, maybe, but not that they'll just be going out and steady carry.
I actually think they probably have it in their cars.
I don't get. Maybe you understand so that if that kind of situation, if it does happen,
you think anything like that could ever happen in Nigeria?
Let's believe. Let's hope. Hope is what we have. Yes. That's all we have now. That's all we have now.
Maybe they'll end up using it to calm a scared adult. Because, I don't know.
We have something...
we do. Something that came up was Will Smith. He just had a recent interview with GQ, the magazine. And he made some revelations quite interesting. He said that himself and Jada Pinkett, they agreed at one point that they were no longer going to be monogamous in their marriage. They came together. You know, of course, this is, after the whole brouhaha that when Jada Pinkett spoke about entanglement. Exactly. Yeah. And, for a lot of people, it felt like Will Smith was a victim.
Yeah.
Because, there's a meme of him that trended.
Yeah, that he had a sad face. It looked like he was sad.
That meme was trending and all of that.
He actually said that wasn't really the case. He was exhausted during that interview. He said he had been on set, he had, been traveling.
You go find an excuse,
and he was tired.
Last at the end. But before now, he also spoke about his relationship, about why we had known that why he didn't speak to Tupac Shakur before his death. Because of how close Tupac was to his wife. They were childhood friends. And, he felt that the relationship they had was, it threatened him. And so he didn't speak to Tupac. But then, this guy, but they had agreed. He said at one point in their marriage, they came back and, and from what he even said, she gave up a lot for his dreams.
Wow.
You understand? He was always traveling. He was always doing stuff. He was always going out. She had to be the one at home. She had to ensure everything was going on fine. He said he was quite selfish. And at one point, they were arguing. And then they came out and said, let's not that. But he said something. He said, this is what works for us. Wow. Doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you.
So to all of those people who called out his wife for doing what she did, having an entanglement, so doesn't that tell them to go and mind their own business at this point? It does, because so many people called her out for being a bad wife, for cheating on Will and this and that, and there's just something about never truly knowing what's going on inside a marriage if you're not a part of it. Which is why they always say, no, they put mouths for inside husband and wife.
You see, but...
well, especially, okay, so we're in that... We're in an era where infidelity, infidelity has become the order of the day in a lot of relationships, in a lot of marriages. I mean, even based on research, statistics, even statistics, you find out that there are even more Nigerian women who are unfaithful. So I feel that if it's, if instead of cheating, instead of, being unfaithful, I think it's between the husband and wife can come. You need to come to that agreement. That, okay, Seal, this is what it is. I know we are in a religion, we're in that culture and all
so
of that.
So the truth is,
our culture is not religious. Our culture is pretentious.
Chances are...
and hypocritical. That's the culture we have.
That's the word.
Pretentious and hypocritical. Let's not go into morals and all that.
Chances are that the infidelity is going to happen. So what Will is basically saying is that, look, they had an agreement, so they're actually being faithful to the agreement that they have. This is not an agreement the whole world has with them. This is an agreement they have with each other. So in other words, they're actually being faithful to their own agreement.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with you.
And you know what?
Meanwhile, the hypocrites out there... Yeah, I'm going to say hypocrites out there are going to do wrong and act like they're doing right and call out people. So I'm going to touch on the whole... I didn't want to bring it in, the whole Big Brother issue. Yeah, I'm going to touch on that.
Between Boma and
Boma posted something yesterday saying that there are a lot of hypocrites out there, basically, who are even still hiding their faces. You never know, these same people that are posting and tweeting and dragging people online. You never know what they are even doing in their own relationships. That could be 10 times worse. Just because his just happened to be on TV, you're calling him out.
So so for me, for Jada and for Will, I really, really appreciate what they did, and kudos to them. It worked for them. It is working for them.
And their marriage is still strong.
Yes, and they don't have issues. And look, hey, we decided it's virtually an open marriage. We might not even refer to ourselves as married per se, but that is what works for us. And they are good with it. Kudos to them. I feel like if more people embraced reality, more people might go through that route. But would rather not, you know, would rather, that's why a lot of us would rather take junk, cover it up. You know, we don't know what we're eating. Let's just take it, you understand? But they are a society that they are quite honest about things.
The challenge is now the moral standing and legacy they leave for their kids.
Yeah.
That's the only issue.
Why
because
is
the
that
family, it's an issue because of what tradition and basic culture has always been.
Yeah.
A family unit is, you know, a mom, a dad, and 2 kids. I'm not even saying a husband and a wife now. I'm just saying a mom and a dad, because in the end, many people don't get married.
Yeah.
And what their kids do in future will sort of have a reflection on what, it'll sort of mirror what their parents have shown them.
Traditionally, Africa is known for polygamous relationships, polygamous marriages. That's what we are even known for. So the whole mother, father, and kid something is lost on us here in Africa. Prior to this time, historical books have shown that polygamy has always been the order of the day. This now, I mean, in South Africa, they're talking about polyandry and all of that. The children or whatever, people, they forge their own paths. They've understood. And a lot of these discussions, Willow was there. Okay. One thing they understand is that, yes, one thing is understand they were there, they understand, they make them, they take them to the extent whereby they understand what their choices mean and they make their own choices. So I don't think that, look, they forge their own paths.
Hopefully they will forge positive paths on this, and it just doesn't do any damage to them mentally, because how they started is not how they're wrapping it up.
All right.
But
so let's know, let's know what you think, right? Let's know, would you personally, I mean, rather than have a partner cheat, would you actually openly want an open marriage? Would you want that rather than have a partner, you know, cheat on you? Let's know. Let's know on your social media, on Facebook. We'll take your comments later on the show.